It's Thursday morning, and it's time for Tech for Seniors Live, where technology gets its deserved deep dive. This isn't happening via Zoom, so we can't see who's joining the show. So please sign in to the chat box below as we gather around the screen, both far and wide, with curiosity as our ever-trusty guide. We'll navigate the digital seas, a knowledgeable crew, exploring all the tech tips, both old and new. No need for cameras, no need for dress. Just bring your questions and we'll address. From gadgets to apps and all the tech lore, we're here to help, to teach, and much more. So type away in the chat. Don't be shy. Our tech-savvy hosts are here to reply. It's Thursday morning. Let the tech talk flow at the Tech for Seniors Live, the best tech show.
I'm coming. Sleep at the switch here, you know. Anyway, hey, this is Tech for Senior Live. This is August the 29th, right? Yeah, not 29th. Wow. One more week and it'll be September the 5th. Big day for me. That's my birthday. Anyway, we don't want to talk about my birthday. We want to talk about AI TVs. Now, artificial intelligent TVs is, bet you haven't heard of that, and I bet you don't own one, but you can buy them in Best Buy. We're talking about the new Apple operating system that's coming out, which, of course, we're also going to be looking next week, no, I guess the week after, about the new iPhones coming out. So lots of things happening in Apple world. All this on Tech for Senior Live today, so stay tuned for the next hour. We're going to have a heck of a lot of time, and I have some heck of a great guys that are going to come and help me with the show today. These are right cutting edge sort of people that are really going to be, they're really helping us. There you go, right? They're going to help us along with the show, or it's the same old group that we've had for since we started. But anyway, we always have a lot of fun. We've been, and we do appreciate your hour that you're going to spend with us. But please just remember, if you haven't already done so, like and subscribe. And also, if you haven't seen our Monday show, we have a lot of fun on our Monday show as well. We have some really good presentations, doing it for five years now, and we're up to 230 shows. So it's a lot of fun. And Huey is going to be in charge on Monday. They're giving me the day off in preparation for my birthday, and they said have a good week. And so Huey's taking over the show, and he's going to do it on Monday. So he's got a great show organized for you. Now, we're broadcasting this through StreamYard. So if you are out there and you are listening, if you could put in the chat who, maybe where you're from, what the weather is, if you have any questions for us, whatever. And if you're new to the show and you think, hey, we're not crazy. Honestly, this is a good show. We're going to talk about lots of cool stuff. We're not really crazy people. So it is going to be a lot of fun. So, but put something in the chat, because we don't know who's listening out there, and it's always fun to find out who is listening. Let me just introduce my friends today. Of course, we have Huey Popluck from Bradenton, Florida. Huey, of course, is going to be doing the show on Monday. Huey, when you unmute your mic, do you have anything you want to say, or any comments?
It was better when I had it muted. No, I'm just glad to be here, and as usual, we'll have fun today and talk about lots of interesting things going on in the tech world.
For sure. And Bob, another beautiful day, another 100 videos you've made since we saw last week. So, man, are you going to fill up YouTube? Can you actually fill up YouTube?
That's possible. I don't think that's possible. I'm trying, but I don't think that's possible.
All right. Anyway, well, we look forward to all your knowledge today. And Ray, how is our music director on our Monday show? Of course, Ray is president of APCUG and our music director. He has lots of fun. So, and he's been batching it for the last 24 hours. So
it's good. I don't have to put all the dishes away yet, and I'm doing all right. But I am on a schedule today.
You are, because you got to get things organized before Carol gets back, yes,
right? Exactly.
All right, Huey, anybody listening to us?
Yeah, there are. Let's take a look.
Really? You're kidding. Oh, good. Sally's here from, has anyone purchased a computer with an NPL chip?
NLP.
Now, we had one of our viewers that did. They bought one of the new ones. I don't remember who it was. Good one. We'll see if there's anyone out there that's done that. I don't. None of us have yet. That's obviously something we would consider coming up. Jolin says, greetings from Low Country, South Carolina, and surprisingly comfortable 80. Oh, that's hot. 88 degrees. Cool. Jolin, of course, is the guru of all gurus, and the person we go to if we don't understand something and need some help. Jolin always helps us. So she works every day so hard at technology and supporting her club. So well done, Jolin. You certainly deserve a medal. So anyway,
85 here earlier, but when I asked her what the humidity was, it was 93%.
Ooh, yikes. Jim, good afternoon from Venice, Florida. Gerald Smith, West Seattle, 60 degrees, sunny, 76 degrees today. Bernard, Sterling Heights Computer Club, 75 degrees, partly sunny. Steve Powell, Kirkland, Washington, 57 degrees and sunny. And John said, happy birthday, Ron. Well, it's not my birthday yet. Next Thursday. Next Thursday. Dick Vogel, looking forward to today's topics. Yes. Jeff says, hi all, greetings from Long Beach, California.
Yep. Let's get on with the show.
And we will start doing the articles. All right. Let's come down. Oh, just before we do that, let me just remind everybody, as we go through today's articles, you can find all the articles that we're going to talk about on our Facebook page. And if you go over to Facebook and you just type in Tech for Senior, you'll find us. And as you, because I know we do appreciate the fact when we present these on the screen, that the images are small, and so you probably can't see them that well. So if you want to follow along, just go over there and you can follow them along. And we actually post articles every day. So, if you want to keep tab, if you're interested in technology, you can see what's happening in the world. Follow us along. That's fun. All right, let's come down here. Our first article. This is really interesting. I was thinking yesterday on Tuesday, I saw this article, and the article says Samsung's new AI smart TVs are getting 7 years of OS updates. So I thought for a moment, what is an AI TV? I've never heard of an AI TV. And I thought, we cover all the technology. We've been doing this show for 5 years. I've never honestly heard of an AI TV. So I thought, is there such a thing as an AI TV? And I was blown away because I don't know if I'm living in a cocoon. You guys haven't been telling me the right things, or have I just been in a fragile environment? But there actually are televisions that are AI TVs. And I'm going to show you some today, and some you can buy at Best Buy. And so I was shocked. So I thought that'd be a good topic to talk today. Am I the only one in the world that didn't know about AI TVs, or is this a thing? Maybe if you're out there listening, you can say, "Hey, I knew all about it," or "No, I've never heard of this." I would really like to know if I was just off the mark on this one, because I never heard of it.
This is one of the world's best kept secrets.
Yeah, Samsung says it will provide 7 years worth of Tizen operating system updates for its newer AI-powered TVs in a bid to fend off competition from Chinese rivals. The announcement was made last week at Samsung Electronics and will first apply to TV models released in March of 2024, alongside products released in 2023. So the policy extension is a notable jump from updates Samsung currently provides, which typically addresses bugs without upgrading the Tizen OS itself. The move comes as Samsung, currently the world's biggest seller of smart TV, finds its market leadership being challenged by Chinese companies like Hisense and TCL. Research from an analytics firm found Samsung had nearly 29% of the share of the global TV market during the first half of the year, down more than 2% from the year prior, while TCL and Hisense closed in with 12.1%. But that still doesn't tell me what exactly are we talking about. Now, if you go, here's a very interesting thing you can do, which I did yesterday. Go to Best Buy and Google and search for AI TVs, and you'll get 3,000 TVs. But what they're doing is they're putting smart TVs in with AI TVs, right? And so it's all no one's differentiating. And a smart TV is simply a TV that's I think all TVs are smart TVs. Used to be TVs that are connected, right? So they're connected to the internet, and so it's and those are smart TVs. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about TVs that have certain chips in them, certain technologies that are going to be used. So I have a video I want to show everyone, and this is a promotional video from Samsung that actually talks a little bit about what are some of the advantages of the AI part of this, just so everyone's on the same tune, because there's different things that AI can mean to people. So let me come down here. Let me grab the video here, and I'm just going to play this for you. I think this is video clips. Here we go.
Hey, a bit surprised. We know you the best. All of the settings you need have already been taken care of by our agents. Oh.
Okay, all set.
This is Field Agent 4. She's playing Legends Tennis Match on YouTube.
This is Agent 1. You turn any video into high def.
Detecting player's face.
Look at that face!
Now set up a ball detection model. Okay, Agent 212 on it. What I do best. We never miss a moving ball.
So that's sort of what one of the things, of course, is changing the clarity of the picture and focusing in on moving like a football or a ball like that. Now you're going to say, okay, but what are these? Can we buy them? Like, what are these TVs? So before we get into that, I just wanted to. So I went and actually at Best Buy. Now this is Canadian dollars, so I'll show you this in just a minute. But this is actually, you can buy, this is a TV that they sell. And I think I'm going to be, when next time I'm at Costco, I think they have this as well. I'm going to take a picture, but it's called a Neo QLED. And so what is in this TV? This is a 65-inch QLED TV with HDR rear 4K resolution. Because it's a smart TV, it lets you stream, blah, blah. That's okay. It has motion accelerator, 144 hertz, delivers stunning performance. But when it comes down to the fourth thing, it says the NQ4A AI Gen 2 processor with 20 AI neural networks and quantum matrix technology, along with 120 hertz refresh rate, ensures super smooth videos and live viewing experience. So the whole thing is the AI Gen 2 processor with 20 AI neural networks. So this is a TV that is specifically different from the rest, right? It's going to have some different technologies. So what do you think, Huey? You're going to race off and buy one?
But I really think that the quality of a TV in your living room probably doesn't make a big difference. You got odd lighting, and unless your room has been set up for proper lighting with your TV, you've got a good sound system with speakers around the room and so on. To me, AI isn't going to help any of that. I think the only thing AI might help with, and it certainly isn't worth an extra $2,000 for a TV, is the fact that when you're watching a movie and it's a dark room, it might lighten up the screen where we have to scramble to see if we can lighten it up so we can see what's going on in that room, and probably AI can take care of that. And I'm guessing at that. But other than that, I don't see any value to me, because the lighting in the room and the windows and so on, no matter how clear it is, it's not going to matter.
We didn't talk about money. You think this is going to be a little bit more than a regular TV?
I think so.
You think so? All right. So we didn't talk about money.
The QLED is one clue to it.
It is. Now this is Canadian. This is off the Canadian site, so you'll have to look at. But the Samsung 65-inch HDR Neo QLED Tyvan Smart TV. This is Canadian dollars at Best Buy, so you'll have to go over and look at it's probably about 30% less, but it's they have it on sale, $800 off for $2,500. This is a 65-inch TV. Bob, are you going to race out and buy one?
No, because I already have a TV. Your cheaper ones are 60 hertz. More expensive are 120 hertz. My TV is 240 hertz. When we bought it several years ago, we spent extra money, and I mean extra money. And we have a TV that has a picture. I still get compliments every time I take a picture of a picture on the TV about, gee, when did you visit that place? No, I've never been there, but you can't tell the difference when I take a photograph of my TV, because it's that realistic. Yes, it doesn't have AI, that doesn't have the chip that wasn't available back then. But as far as picture clarity, I can't get any better than what I now have.
So Ray, one of the things they talk about with AI technology in TVs is improving sound, actually, and they're able to. So that's another feature in this new era of AI TVs, is improving the sound quality within the TV. Have you got any thoughts on that?
That is one good area, because I notice even on my setup that if I'm watching regular TV, there's one loudness level, but when I start to stream, it's lower, and we have to raise the volume. And then at nighttime, I'm concerned it's 11 o'clock at night, and I got the volume up high, and my neighbor's listening to the same show. So when they don't want to, so that would be nice if it could actually even out the sound, because it's artificial intelligence doing it, not just manual controls.
But when they broadcast sound on a TV, there, like for example, there'd be Dolby sound, right? So they would have Dolby, or there's some different standards.
Exactly.
But probably I would think with AI involved in that there would be some way of making it even better, right? Like you would think. I don't know how they're going to do it. I'm not a sound engineer, but this all opens up a much more intensive way of making the sound better, right?
Well, here's and I don't know this for sure, but the latest and greatest is Atmos speakers. And what Atmos does is they push the sound upward. And a perfect example I've used before is if a helicopter is on the screen, you'll hear the sound coming from above. I can see AI doing that without the need for the speakers.
Yeah, that's exactly. So I guess the point that I wanted to make with this is, and I don't want to belabor this more, but as we move into the fall, as you know, Black Friday is when half the TVs are sold in the United States and Canada, and then you move over to Super Bowl Sunday, which is when the other half are sold, right? So we're moving into the time when new televisions and new technologies are going to come out. So I personally, if I was, I don't need any more TVs. I got lots of TVs in the house. I don't need any more TVs. If I mentioned TV, my wife would kill me. But if I was, I would certainly look at this technology as something that's really interesting. And maybe so all as I'm saying is coming up this fall, if you are considering a new TV, just to understand there is a new technology called AI that is available and it is actually a real TV. It's not coming in another year or two. This is here and now, right?
The whole question is going to be price point. Has to hit a price point that people are willing to spend. Right now, I would think 2,500 Canadian or whatever it is in US dollars for a 65-inch TV is about 100% more than a normal 65-inch television.
But it's also QLED, and I think if you looked at if you take that and take it down to the US pricing, and then I don't think it's actually that more than a regular QLED TV. I don't know. I haven't looked at them for.
Yeah, you're talking to people here that used to watch a snowy screen and would have to move the rabbit ears.
All right, okay. Okay. I got it.
Whether it's 4K or 8K, my eyes see the same thing.
But for our audience out there that's looking, the point is, I just wanted to make sure that everybody, because I didn't know.
Yes.
I had no idea what an AI TV was till I read the articles. Anyway,
I sent you an education on what AI TV is all about.
Exactly.
And that was really in depth.
Okay.
Yeah, that was.
Right, let's move on
to
the next topic. Let's move on to the next topic. The next topic is we are going to be talking about this a lot because, of course, the Apple event is not next Thursday. It'll be the Tuesday after, and then we'll be following it like 2 weeks from now. And this is the new Apple software that's going to be coming out for the Mac OS, and this will probably be this is coming out, and they're going to obviously be announcing it. So I thought this was very interesting. Now the feature's coming, and it will be out. The first thing that you need to know is it's not going to affect all. It's not going to be available on all the Macs. It's going to be available on those that have the M chip, Apple's chip, but not the Intel chip. So if you do have an old Mac and it has the Intel chip, then unfortunately, I don't know what's going to happen with those. I think those were really not a good deal to buy because you're going to be stuck now on the older version forever, right?
Wow, that happened too with our computers, right? If we have a 7th generation, we're stuck with Windows 10, which is going to be expiring. So
I guess, yeah,
it happens with all old technology. Eventually, you have to upgrade.
So if you do have a Mac and you are thinking about, you're getting excited about the new operating system, you will need the M chip before that you're going to be able to do this. And it's got some interesting features, drag and drop iPhone mirroring. So you're going to be able to easily mirror your iPhone. It's going to have virtual displays, like you can put a bazillion displays on. And so there's some cool technology. But as I said, you will require Apple Intelligence it's going to have AI. Apple Intelligence requires Apple Silicon with 8 gigs of RAM, and it will run fine on Apple Silicon Macs manufactured 2020 onward. But it does require the M1 chip. Any comments, you guys? I know that, but I thought it was an interesting. We should. It's a big deal in Mac world or Apple world, so it's coming up, and it's going to be a big.
It's not going to be available till the end of the year, or even after the first of the year. So it's going to be a little while.
Yeah, they're going to roll it out. They said maybe starting in October. You know, we're not sure. We'll see what they're going to announce. They'll obviously announce it in the next couple of weeks.
And if you look at the restrictions, you'll notice that your phone, if it doesn't qualify, is already 5 years old. So it might be time for a new one anyway.
All right. Okay, let's any comments before we get on to the articles, Huey?
Yeah, just one.
Oh, Jim and Chris are here. Great. Southern Florida has unsettled weather, plenty of stuff for geeks to do inside. Mm-hmm. Welcome, Chris and Jim. They, of course, are regulars and contributors to our show, and we look forward to Chris's talk on this coming Monday. All right, let's. I'm going to put. Remember, you can watch, follow along with us. I'm going to add this up here. Huey, I'm going to get you to lead off here because I can't see.
Did you do a refresh, sir?
I will.
Yeah.
Oh, do a refresh.
I did, and that's what showed up. You got something newer?
Yeah. Nope, that's it. So I guess Bob leads off. I've got that. Go ahead. Yep. Go ahead, Huey. Bob, do you want to talk about this?
Yeah, a new one in my series on is free, truly free. And this time I explore Spotify music.
And we're going to feature that Monday.
Mm-hmm. Just go down there to the next one. Actually, I can pick it up. I think I've got it here. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Let me take this down. Yeah. Let's see if I can bring this up a bit. I wanted to bring this up. This was in PC.
Not the next one.
You're missing one.
Yep.
Am I?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. We'll put you back. There you go. Is that right? Okay.
Yep. This is a bill called in California. It's called SB 1047. It passed the state Senate by a whopping 32-1, and the Assembly in California is expected to pass it as well. And then it's on to Gavin Newsom. Interestingly, some in the tech world agree with the bill that would require AI developers to comply with certain rules. So this is now new regulations about AI before developing their models. Elon Musk being one of them, surprisingly. Others, including the U.S. Chamber of Commerce and the software and information industry, are voicing objections and calls to reject the bill. Stay tuned, because often what happens in California spreads to the rest of the country.
Yep.
All right. So I think I'm okay with the next one here. Is that right, Huey?
Yep.
Okay. I wanted to bring this up. This is an article today in PC Magazine, and it's how to store credit card secure logins with Samsung Wallet. We talk a lot about Google Wallet, but there's Apple Wallet, there's Samsung Wallet, and there's Google Wallet. All are equally good. And I think it probably depends what part of the world you're living in. Depending on where one will work, more common than the other. But there's nothing wrong with it. And please, Bob and I did a video 2 weeks ago, and we keep saying this every week. Please put your debit card in your wallet, in your digital wallet, because it is really a dangerous card to use if you're just using it, tap and pay, or putting it into a machine, and it's you're going to not much security there, and you could lose a lot of money. And the CBC, our national news service, just did a show about that last night, and it was on, and a lot of people about all the people getting scammed. So please be careful with that.
Yeah, Ron, a question on that Samsung Wallet. Since I have a Samsung phone, I have it available. Is it available on all phones, including Android and iPhones?
Only Samsung Wallet is only available on Samsung phones.
Yeah, that's what I kind of thought. Okay.
Right. But you can use Google Wallet on a Samsung phone, right?
Yeah.
or you can use Samsung Wallet, and there really is no difference, right? I mean, they do the same thing, same as Apple Pay. It's all, it all works the same way. So,
but the key is the vendors that you're dealing with. Do they have the particular program that you're using when you go there and you want to just use your card?
Most of the if now, I'm not sure in Canada, most of the machines, those little, the machines that you do tap and pay, if you
Right.
can do tap and pay, then they will accept it. Pretty much all university will do Apple, Google, and Samsung, and unless it's within a country, there may be some countries that have, for a variety of reasons, limited accessibility to that. It just depends. We're talking about a global situation here. These are used all over the world. So, but most of them are all universally accessible. And I don't really see, I having used them, I don't use Samsung Wallet, but because I don't have a Samsung phone, and I don't use Apple Pay because I don't have an Apple. I got a Google, so I use the Google one all the time. Anyway, Google Wallet. So this is one of the things we talked about. We've talked about the last couple of weeks now. The absolute explosive use of payment services like these digital wallets. And we see this over and over. There's lots of news articles every week coming out about this. And this was an article from Android Central. Google Wallet is steadily becoming a true Apple Wallet competitor for Android. For a long time, Apple Wallet they just had it hands down. Everybody was using it. But Google Wallet this is big time. So anyway, thought I'd just run that, let everyone know about that. What's the next one? Can you go down? Did you put all yours together, Ray, or are we?
The first one I did this morning. The others I scheduled for earlier today, yesterday.
Okay. I can't see. Let's go over
I got
and
it up there.
Huey.
Mine.
Yeah. Oh, Telegram. So have you guys? If you're listening to news this week, you must have listened to the Telegram story with the CEO, who is not a Russian but lives in Russia, and just got arrested in France for being the CEO for a variety of reasons. Because Telegram, of course, is it's a service in which you can send private messages, which of course are encrypted, and it's encrypted and totally secret. And so the problem is that there's the child pornography, there's drug running, there's all sorts of terrorist activities, and these are safe, secure ways that these people can conduct business using Telegram, right? And so when the CEO was flying in to Paris, and I don't know if he was going to get off the plane or whatever, they nabbed him and, of course, have charged him with a whole bunch of stuff. So that promoted.
They're charging him with being complicit in fostering these activities, which, of course, if you think about it, if you have a service and somebody misuses it, you're not. How are you complicit? Especially since you have no. It's supposed to be encrypted, which means you can't see what's going on.
Yeah.
Now, does that mean that you can't have anything encrypted anymore because those that want access to it can't have access? We're talking about all kinds of ramifications.
That opens up another hour of discussion that we could have, and it would be an interesting whole program. But this is where we go over the news of the week, so we got to keep going. But it is very interesting.
But Bob's making a good point.
It is very interesting, and there's been lots of shows this week about both sides of the whole issue. This was really interesting. This was an article that came out, and of course it's about AI, and they're making a lot of changes. And one of the features now about Gemini, which I did a video about last week, was you can have your own custom AI chatbot. So if you wanted, let's say for news articles, right, I could have my own chatbot that would, it knows me, it knows that I'm interested in what type of news articles I'm looking at, and it would it would sort of be my go-to, that when I went on to Gemini, it would find whatever I wanted for me. And then I could have another one maybe for gardening or something. So you can create your own chatbots now in there. Huey, any
I
thoughts
have a
on that?
cybersecurity expert in Gemini.
Yeah. Have you done that?
Yeah.
Have you done it, Bob?
Yeah, I set one up.
Oh, did you really? Is it
I'm
difficult?
not really very happy because it's still giving me information that's 5 months old, which to me
Right.
doesn't mean a thing anymore.
Mhm.
But yes, you can set up your own and you can give it personalities. And
Right.
I'm still refining mine. So it will eventually do what I want it to do.
Could you?
Still
You know,
doing
that'd
it
be a
in-
great video.
It's still doing it in the cloud, or is it doing it locally on your computer?
No, in the cloud.
Okay.
Bob, hint, that would be a good video.
Yeah.
Right. There's nothing really to it.
I know, but I don't know how to do it. I want to know how to do it. That'd be cool.
Just go in and start it and follow the directions.
Exactly. If I had your video, you could do a video about it.
Yeah.
I'm giving you a hint. Now, come on.
He's not going to give up, Bob.
Hint.
Ron RTFM.
That's why I brought the article up today. All right. Yes. And this was an article on 15 improvements coming with Android 15. We're getting really close to Android 15, and it should be out for sure in October, which of course is the new operating system for our Android phones. There's rumor that the new Pixel 9's coming out when you actually get them, because they're pre-order now, is that they might have Android. Some of them will have Android 15 logged in. So anyway, these are if you want to know all the features that are coming, this is a good article. I'm not going to go through all of those, but
The only thing I don't like about an article like that, and the same thing with the Apple article and so on, these are things that are coming several months. I want to know what's available today, and a lot of times they miss that, and I don't know why they don't give as good an article when it comes out as they did. This is what's coming.
Yeah, I agree with you. I kind of skip over those, and I'll wait till they actually come out to read the article.
Well, speaking of what's coming, this is the prototype of the S25 Ultra to be thinner and lighter than the iPhone 16 Pro Max and the Pixel 9 Pro XL. As you know, Samsung is big company, and they're not going to be outpaced by these other phones. So this is the new prototype of the S25, which will be out in the new year. So it's coming, you guys. It's coming.
Of course.
So is Christmas.
And in 26, will be right after it.
Right. Okay, can you go to, I can't see this article. Did I post this?
Yes.
Yeah. Apple targets September. So it's September 10th is the day that the big reveal will be. That they were sort of hedging on the actual date now. So
I think
September.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's the 9th.
I
Is
thought
it
it was
the
the 9th. I
The
know
9th,
that
yeah.
headline says 10th, but I thought it's the 9th.
What it says the 10th for the debut, but I think the announcement's the 9th.
Okay.
Just looking at, because it's a Tuesday, isn't it? The 10th. No, it's a Tuesday is when the big Apple event is, and that's the 10th, right? Not the Monday. They always
Well,
have it on
the Apple iPhone 16 event. I have that down for the 9th
the night.
at
Okay.
1 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay. Well, so so anyway, that's they've got so anyway. What's next?
Right.
That
you
one
got it
might
there,
be
Hugh?
mine. I mean,
Whose is that article?
Right.
that's mine.
Right.
That's this is the article pointing out that Microsoft is seeing sizable gains in the usage of the Copilot for MS365. With the last quarter, it increased more than 60%. But this is really, and this is the point I made a couple of times before, it's geared towards enterprise users, where it saves people who are working for different companies a lot of time on the tasks that they might be performing in other business-related activities. So as I said, I'm not surprised. I anticipated this the way it would go with the corporate world paying the big money to get these specialized computers with the neural chips first, and then the everyday user will follow suit later on.
So it looks like they're working and the sales are up, and it's a positive experience.
Oh yeah, yeah, but it's
Oh,
all geared
cool.
towards enterprise.
Cool.
And so a few months ago, the Surface Pro and the Surface Laptop were released with the Copilot Plus PCs running of the new Qualcomm Snapdragon. I think it's called the X Elite chip, ARM-based laptops. Well, Dell has now joined the party with its the Dell XPS 13, also running the same configuration. So the article gives the pros, talks about the high-end NPU chip is better equipped for future AI opportunities, and the cons, it says it only has average battery life. So if you've been considering a new AI PC, reading this article is worth your time.
And there's been some articles on the Qualcomm chip. They've been running into some problems with its compatibility. So there's still issues with it that have to be worked out. It's not perfect. So if you don't absolutely need to buy a new computer now, and you want one of those, I would hold off.
I think this is Ray's, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Well, okay, that's the first the one I was alluding to before. That the Apple's iPhone 16 event. This article talks about it being on September 9th, and at 1 o'clock, and it's available either on watching it on the company's website or YouTube. And there's going to not only the iPhone but Apple Watch and earbuds. I'm hoping to hear more about Apple's version of AI, which I love how they call it Apple Intelligence instead of artificial intelligence.
And
I thought that was good.
I have a 9th generation iPad, and I'm interested to see how they update the operating system for it with AI.
Now I put this up there, but Bob, this is really your article. ChatGPT 5 and ChatGPT 5 expected you've even done a video about this, I think, about ChatGPT 5.
It's still one of those pie in the sky coming articles.
Okay. All right.
I didn't do ChatGPT 5. I did it about something else that.
Okay. All right. This is Gemini gets smarter with file uploads for more context analysis. This was really cool. I was playing with this morning. I read this article this morning, and you can now, as we know, we've shown Gemini and ChatGPT and the different AI stuff. But this is actually where you can take a file and you can upload the file. And I just took a long rambling PDF file and I uploaded the file and I said, summarize this into 3 points. Bingo, boom, it did it. So it's sort of cool. And of course, you can do a lot of different things with it. So this is a new feature in Gemini where you can actually upload a file and then have it analyzed. So
yeah, Claude is from Anthropic, has been doing that, and they'll do large articles. But if you just have a long copy paste to put it in, it will actually make it a file and then use that to then summarize it.
Well, I haven't done this, but apparently you can upload an Excel spreadsheet and it'll analyze it and make changes, and you can do predictions and it changes a whole bunch of stuff. So there's some cool things even with an Excel spreadsheet you can do.
Yeah, well, and of course you can do that with Copilot because it's a Microsoft product.
Yeah,
and some of the other ones too. So
right.
Yeah.
So that's sort of cool. So I wonder, Huey, if you took some data and you had some data and you uploaded the file and you said, "Can you make an Excel spreadsheet on this?" Would it do?
Oh, absolutely. I've done it.
Oh, really?
I've done it, and I've also taken where I've got the data in columns and rows, and I wanted them across the sheet. No, they were across the sheet, and I wanted them in columns and rows, and I just told them to do it, and it did it.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Amazing, eh? Unbelievable. This is an article. Oh, this is interesting. Yeah, this was an article that's Bob. I don't know if this was available now. This is coming in Windows 11. Now's your chance to wirelessly access your Android phone through Windows, and this was available on Windows 11 to the beta group now, and you're able to. They're trying to make it easier to seamlessly move files from your phone to your Windows machine, and this is wirelessly, and for people who do that all the time. And this was the article. I guess we're on your site, are we, Huey? I'll just bring this up here on
Yeah.
mine. It says Microsoft is giving Windows users a convenient way to wirelessly share files with Android devices from their PC. You'll need both link to Windows and on your Android phone, and phone link on your PC. And I know that we've done that before, but the article goes on to talk about some of how they're just making this slicker.
Yeah, it's not real easy to move files, but it's not too bad. I do it all the time.
Right.
Using your phone, your phone app.
I still do it the old-fashioned way by plugging in to the USB-C connection on the computer.
Right. So this is going to be only on Windows 11. So, and that's in the beta. It says it's in beta right now. This was an article. These shoulders should be carrying. There shouldn't. This is about, of course, NVIDIA. They, of course, have bounced back. Their stock has gone way back up, and you can read it. This is all about the success they're having with their chips, which I thought was interesting. Huey, 7 gig. Oh, this is interesting. This was an interesting article. I think I posted this as well, or did I read your article when you posted. Talk about this. This is cool.
Well, Frontier is my provider. And so now I could get, or if they're rolling it out, I don't know if they have it in this area yet or not, but 7 gig internet service. I know they have 5 available in this area.
Mm-hmm.
And the 7 gig is going to be around $300 a month. It's not cheap, but it will come down because, I've got 1 gig and I pay $60 a month. So, and that's up and down. It's fiber optics.
Right.
I mean, 7 gigs, 7 gigabit speeds. It'll be, you can have some awful big files, Ray, moving back and forth, whole movies in seconds.
But Huey, the application for this will really be a business, right? Like medical clinics or clinics or businesses, because then they'll be using this. And I would say that I was thinking about this. That's a lot of money. But then I thought, back when I had businesses and I had medical clinics, we were paying 3 or 4 times that price for under 1 gig connection, right? And I spent more than $300 a month on cleaning supplies for the clinic. So this is a small fraction of, in a big business. This is nothing. But the fact that you can actually get it, which is cool, eh?
Yeah, and that was the big thing with me, is the fact that even in my location, I could get 7 gigabit file transfer.
Yeah.
Which means you can download the file faster than you can think about getting it.
Yeah. And it takes me back to the days of the 300 baud modems.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
56K.
Exactly.
That was fast, 56.
That was the fastest you could get.
Yep.
Yeah. Just before we go on, anybody have any comments before we're moving up into our last 15 minutes?
Just have a couple here.
Gary Bowden, my bank ATM doesn't use digital wallet, so I carry my debit card.
Yeah.
You want to get cash?
Gary, I'm going to be playing a video about this, not next week, but the week after. But you got to be so careful with debit cards.
Yep.
Brian, regarding Apple Pay, Google Wallet, is there a tap limit like when using tap on physical credit cards. Generally, the Magstrike reader needs to be used on higher price purchases. That depends on your bank and how it's set up. So it really is a limit, not on the technology, but it's a limit on your bank and how they've got it set up. So it'd be different for everybody. Now, generally it's different. So I can't, that'd be a hard one to answer. But the idea being is that when you put your debit card in a machine reader, you can easily scam the PIN number off that card. And once you have the debit card number and the PIN number, that's a direct access to cash in your bank. Yep. There's no protection there. It's cash in your bank, and it's very easy to get that money out. And there really is very little protection for you. The bank will simply say, "Well, you took the money out. It's cash, right?" So, and it's
your opportunity to recover fraudulent becomes
that's right. It's cash because it's
non-existent.
That's right. Okay.
This is mine also.
Yeah.
The 8 best Netflix features you're probably not using. If you're using Netflix, read this article.
Okay. Good. Am I going to save any money?
You're going to find a lot of things you can do that you didn't know.
Okay. Good. I think this is yours, Huey.
Oh, you missed one.
Did I?
It's on mine.
Yep.
Okay.
Again, this is mine. Amazon aims to launch the delayed AI Alexa, a subscription in October.
Sorry.
And so it. Sorry about that. Anyway, they're going to launch it, and it is going to be $10 a month. But if you want to just keep the service you have now, you're for free. You're going to be able to do that.
Huey, is this conversational AI? Is this what we're talking about?
It's not like what you showed us, but it is somewhat. It's more so than it is now.
Okay, because I did a demo last week with Gemini and Gemini Live, and it is pretty good.
It was really interesting.
Yeah, what they're saying is, let's see, AI features that help customers curate, summarize, and explore current events. Who also rated it as one of the top consumer requests. News summaries can create a daily habit and drive recurrent engagement. Let's see what else it says here. It does say in the article, but I don't recall exactly what it's going to include, but it is going to include more than what you're getting now. Mm-hmm. And if you want to just keep what you're getting now, you don't have to pay for it.
Cool. All right. Maybe Amazon will make some money on those devices because they still
and not have to just shut them down.
That's right. I think this is yours, eh?
Yeah, this one, X, which is the former Twitter from Elon Musk. They're testing a video conferencing tool similar to Zoom. So that'll be interesting to see what they come up with. They're still working on it, but it's quite complete at this point. So he's getting his hands into a lot of things. And if you're going to buy a video doorbell, this is an article to read to find out what things you want to check, including what kind of security there is there a monthly fee, and so on. So there's a lot of things you want to check to decide which one you want to buy. This is how to make AI images of yourself for free. This is a how-to article, and if it's something you're interested in, it's a good article. And if you have, and I do not, have an Apple Watch, there's 12 things that you may not know your Apple Watch can do. And again, this is an article to read about that. This one is self-storage rooftops will become nationwide 100 milliwatt solar farms.
Mm-hmm.
So they're one company is experimenting because these storage units have such vast areas and are flat at the top. They're going to be able to put solar panels on them. They're paying some kind of a fee to do that. They're working it out with one particular company and one particular storage company. And if it works, you're going to see more and more of this kind of thing. So it might be a helpful answer to some of the power issues that AI is causing.
So Huey, I was doing my little volunteer at the airport job yesterday, and I was talking to the CEO, and he was telling us that they had solar panels, a big grant, and put a large array of solar panels on the rooftop of the passenger terminal, and that's cut their power consumption by, that they had to buy power by 30%. The second thing they bought was they got with a grant was a large battery, like it's a huge battery, and they charge it up. And when the airplanes come in and they plug in, and it powers them up, and it puts power back into the airplanes to keep the air conditioning and stuff going. That now they can. It's provided by this portable battery. So this little tractor takes this big battery out. They plug the airplane into that, and the airplane does its thing. But it doesn't use. But they take that battery back and plug it into the electrical grid from the solar panel and charge it up. So it's sort of cool that all the things that are happening with electricity.
Yeah, because the power consumption of AI is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And they're trying to find all different kinds of ways to do it. There's thoughts of solar power, wind power, nuclear power, and so on. So there's lots of things they're trying to work out to get more power. Let's see.
I think that's yours as well.
This is mine as well. How to use a VPN on your iPhone. So if you have an iPhone, again, I don't have one, but I thought this was an article I'd like to pass on because I know we get a lot of questions about using VPNs. I don't use one, but I know, Bob, you did. Do you still?
I only use it when I'm on public Wi-Fi,
Okay.
which is right now not the case. So,
Okay, but if you have an iPhone and you want to know how to use a VPN, that's a good article. And then also Microsoft has a free VPN in Microsoft. It's part of Microsoft Edge. And this article tells you how to enable it. I have not done that. Again, I don't use a VPN. So if it's something you're interested in, it's free and it's from Microsoft and it's part of Edge. And I did not realize that DuckDuckGo, I know they have email, but I did not know that you could set up aliases with it. And so this is something I want to look into and see how to do it. But the article tells you how. And so I wanted to pass that on. And then more than that, I wanted to add it to my list of things to go through and try to learn how to do. And Ron, we're to you.
Yeah, I'm not sure. This was OpenAI's Strawberry launching this fall. And I'm not sure why I posted this because I don't know what Strawberry is. And I just read the article and it doesn't tell me. So I don't know why I posted it. So let's move on.
Well, it's something that actually, what's his name who runs OpenAI?
Altman?
Altman, yeah, he's been teasing with pictures of strawberries and so on, and now he's definitely said that it's coming. If you remember, there was a Q asterisk several months ago that there was rumors about, and then there's another name. But anyway,
Orion is the other name you're looking for.
Yeah, and these are things that are in the works. He's teasing people with it, but they really haven't said exactly what it's going to be. They don't know whether it's going to be ChatGPT 5, or it's going to be something in between that and 5.
Okay.
It's called Orion. Or I'm sorry, Orion, not Orion. Orion.
This is we already discussed.
We've already
that.
talked that.
We already talked about that. This was sort of interesting. Ray, do you think this Apple now lets users transfer Apple Music playlists to YouTube Music? I thought that was sort of cool. So that would open up if you had an Apple playlist and you could transfer it to YouTube Music, then you'd be able to play it on an Android phone.
Yeah, I mean that's always been the big issue with any of the music streaming services, that people spend hours and days creating playlists and whatnot, and then they want to change services and they can't move that. They have to start from
Yep.
So this is a way of maybe bringing them all together. I didn't know about that. Good article.
Yeah, I thought that was a good one. We talked about that.
No, we didn't.
Didn't we talk about this one?
No. It was what we talked about was a little bit different.
Google Gemini will let you create AI of people again. I tried it this morning and I don't have it yet, but it's coming, I guess. So
okay, this goes back to when Gemini first allowed pictures to create pictures of people. What was happening is they were coming out as the wrong races, and they had all kinds of issues with that. And so they cut off the possibility of using AI generated people, and now you can do it again. So apparently
it's rolling out because I couldn't do it this morning, so it's rolling out. Okay, good.
It's kind of strange when you consider that the only thing none of us have any control over is the color of our skin.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. All right, Bob, this is Orion, the next generation AI revolution, the video from you.
And that goes back to Strawberry, right, Bob?
That goes back to Strawberry, correct.
Okay. But is Strawberry Chat GPT 5? Is that what we're talking about?
No. Orion is going to be, that's going to be the next generation. Right now you have 4. Next will be Orion. Orion. Even AI can't get this one right, because when you put down Orion, what are you going to get? You're going to get space.
That's right. Isn't Orion up in the sky?
Yes, that's correct.
Right.
But Orion is going to be the name of the next generation.
All right. It's top of the hour.
Yeah.
Come on.
Let's do it for another hour. Let's do another hour.
It's almost September on top of it all.
I know. So anyway, hey, thanks. I want to thank everyone for coming today. Any final comments, Huey, that we need to deal with before we go? Don't forget that like and subscribe. We'd sure appreciate that if you're over on our YouTube channel.
Geeks on Tour says, thanks, kids.
Yeah.
See you Monday.
Right.
It's nice to be called a kid again.
I know. So there we go.
We're all kids at heart.
We're all in our second childhood.
We are.
Yep.
We are. All right. Listen, I want to thank everyone because I know that your time is precious. Hopefully we've entertained you and given you some knowledge, and had some fun doing it. Thank you, Huey, for coming. You're always, it's always fun, and good luck with the show on Monday. I will, of course, be there, but I'm just going to be sitting back with my feet up.
And I just about got the agenda done and be mailing it out to those of us who will be on the air, and we'll see you on Monday.
Yeah. And Bob, thanks again for coming, and thanks for all your knowledge. And Ray, always a blast. And get that house cleaned up before Carol gets home.
Yeah, I will. That's my next time.
All right. Bye now. See everyone next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.